But let's take a look at these fellas for Germany there. There's the Italian. What can he do here? Federico Riva, 3:31 performer this year. There's the favourite, one of the favourites anyway, Adrian Ben of Spain. 3:32 this season, Adrian Ben. Fourth in the 800 2 years ago. From Barcelona. That'll be great sport for him here, though, in the national capital. For the Netherlands, well, it's Stefan Nielsen, European Under-23 champion a couple of years ago. An Olympic finalist last year with 9th place. And in fantastic form, 3:29 in Paris recently. There's the Portuguese man, and he has to start as favourite here. Isaac Nasser, a fab second and a national record in Ostrava on Tuesday. 3:29 he ran in Ostrava just, some 5 days ago. So Nielsen, the rack is a 3:32 performer for Poland. The Portuguese Nader has to start with his favourite. He's a great racer. Won the Oslo Mile 3 weeks back in 3:48. The championship record held by Mohamed Katir, who won 2 years ago. He's been busted since. A lot of people would love to see his championship record go 3:36.9. It's not that intimidating. Needs somebody to take it out at a good tempo, though, if that's to happen. And the Finn, Jonas Rinne, takes it out for the first couple of 100, although there's quite a bit of pushing and shoving in that big pack. It's not quick. Rinne bouncing along extravagantly out in front with the Brit in second place, Archie Davis at the moment, who's in very good form. 3:35 at the beginning of this month in Dresden, Germany. Swede coming down the outside, Emil Danielsson, 6th a couple of years ago. He's a 3:34 performer, or only 3:41 this year. And he now hits the front. They go through there in about 46 seconds, Phil.
Yeah, it was just a shade outside of 46 and a half, and it's Danielsson and Rinne at the front, the two Scandinavians. Most of the main protagonists who we expect to be in the thick of it at the end, all massed up behind them. And it isn't quick at all. This is why it's bunching so badly. At the back, Nielsen just staying out of trouble, but he's got a long way to go at the moment, but it is slow as we're coming up to the 500-metre mark. 1:20 at 500 metres. So Danielsson and Rinne still at the front with Davis in third.
Yes, Danielsson and Rinne in first and second, Davis in third. The rest of them there with Nader on the outside in the red of Portugal. Just checking over his shoulder, staying off the curb. That's smart running. The Frenchman there with staying a few places in front of him. Lagti Achauda, 3:31 in Rome 3 weeks back. He's a real danger. Now Nielsen makes a big move through towards 800. That's probably smart, because this is going to wind up pretty tastily over the next lap or so. They come up to 800 metres now. Nielsen leading, although it looks to me like he's slowed it down a little bit, but he can react now to anything with Nader on his shoulders. They go through 800, 2:03, 60.9 that lap.
Nader also in excellent position at the moment. He's been moving up steadily. He's now right on the shoulder of the Dutchman, the tall Dutchman alongside him. Riva tucked back in the pack at the moment, though. Frenchman, Lasty Shadow, moving around. So this is really building up for an absolutely terrific last lap.
500 metres to go. Davis has shown a little bit of inexperience there. He's allowed himself to get swallowed up. The Brit is back in about 8th place on the inside and really badly boxed as they begin to wind it up now. Coming down the outside is the Frenchman Lagti Chaudar, the 21-year-old. And they hit the bell now. It's not been quick. 3:46, 3:47 at the bell. This is championship racing. This is where you cut your teeth and learn how to get it right. 4 abreast then, with just over 300 to run. Nielsen on the inside. Nader, we know, has got fantastic speed. Bronze medalist at the European indoors over 1500 as these two begin to turn it on down the back straight. 2:50 to run. The Frenchman moving up into third place, Lagti Chaudhary, but Nielsen trying to hold that inside line as Nader pushes hard round the outside. He's making him run the longer route, but Nader changes gear. He's been in incredible form in recent weeks on the Diamond League circuit with big win in Oslo Mile, 3:48 there. He lost to Katir 2 years ago. He strides away here with a 5-meter lead, waving to the crowd. He's going to take it this year without any problem at all by 6 or 7 meters. Nielsen second. I think the Pole Philip Rack coming through to third place. Archie Davis run right out of it there, back in about 10th or 12th place, I think, as they crossed the line. 52.02 there from Nader, and he was striding along quite comfortably, and they didn't really get motoring, Phil, until about 2:50 to go. I've no doubt at all that Nader there could probably run 50 points for that final circuit. He looked in complete control. 3:39.08 from Nielsen. It was indeed Rat third. Good points for the Spanish with Ben in fourth place.
Yes, Nader coming off the back of a Portuguese record of sub 144 just up the road in Guadalajara just a couple of weeks ago, and that made it very, very easy indeed. Not too sure some of his rivals will be happy with some of those gestures down the home straight, but nevertheless he did completely control proceedings from the front over that last half lap, and it was made very, very easy for him, only Nielsen being able to stay in contact with him over the course of the last lap in itself. There we look at the early stage of the race, a lot of pushing and shoving, and it's still very bunched. This is the early stage of the race with Rinner the Finn in front, Davis up there as well. Daniels.
Sorry, Phil, I was going to say, do you know what? It's easy to get into a good position in a race like this early on, be in second or third place, but you've got to fight to protect that position. You can't expect it to just happen. And if you let bodies drift past you mid-race, and I'm talking about Archie Davis, the British lad there, who was, picking him out as an example of how you learn your trade. He'll know better watching that race again and again, how to protect his position more.
And the big disappointment, I think, is the Italian back in the pack. You can just see him bobbing along there. We'll give you confirmation. I think Riva finished about 7th. And he never got in a good position, just gave the race almost to the likes of Nielsen and Nader.
Well, there it is, 3:39.08, the championship record not threatened at all. The winning time there by Nader puts him best part of a second ahead of Nielsen. He was striding down the home straight, waving to the crowd, almost Steve Ovett style. But yeah, that was a complicated race. It's so easy to get it wrong. Lagti Chowder, who's run 3:30 recently, the Frenchman, down in 8th place, run right out of it. And some of the names you wouldn't necessarily expect to be up there. Tortel is a 3:35 performer. He finishes in 5th place with some much quicker names behind him in that one.